Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our science class. Today is Wednesday, and the date is 7th of April, 2021.
Wednesday.
Yes, today is Wednesday. Our lesson today is going to be very easy. Previously, we talked about many kinds of scientists. Scientists who learn about plants. Scientists who learn
Can
about
I show you
weather.
my plant?
Later, ya Lara, this is why I do want to close your mic because you're talking side talks. After we finish, you can show me and tell me whatever you want. Okay, my love? Thank you. Thank you, Lara. All right, girls. So we learned about all kinds of scientists. Scientists who learn about math and science to make things for you, to plan or design technology for you, which is engineering. And we learned about scientists who learn about plants. Who are they? Scientists who learned about plants. Hi, Lamar, who are they? What do you call a scientist that learned about plants, ya Lamar?
Which Lamar?
You.
Oh. What did you say?
So you did not hear me. Thank you, Lamar. Maryam.
It's a botanist.
It's a botanist. Very good. A botanist is a scientist who learned about plants. Okay. What about a scientist who learned about weather? Maybe storm chaser. What do we call him? A meteorologist. Excellent, girls. So a meteorologist is a scientist who learn about the weather, everything about the weather. Today, we're going to learn about a scientist who learn about space, stars, planets. Maybe he went in a spaceship. What do we call these scientists? Yes, ya Batul, do you have any idea?
Is this that with purple bin name?
No, it's not written here. Okay,
Yep.
if you don't know, it's
Yes.
all right.
Oh.
Is he an engineer?
No.
Is he a doctor?
No.
Okay,
He's
what
a man
is?
who go to space.
Okay, what do we call a man who goes to space?
And where?
I think
Wait,
Julie knows. Can we ask
no, Miss,
Julie?
I got the name. Just 1 minute.
It's all right if you forget. It's all
I
right.
know that.
Wait a minute,
Miss
Yemenia.
Page, what?
A rocket scientist.
Miss Page,
Nice try. Nice try. Rocket scientist. But
Miss Page, what?
all right, girls, please do not open the mic. Please do not open the mic.
Miss, which page?
Okay, please do not open the mic.
Or an astronaut.
Excellent. He's an astronomer. Astronomer is a scientist who study about space, stars, and planets and everything. Do not be sad because your friend answered. It's all right. You can answer another question. Now, astronomers need to learn about space, need to take a very close look at space, stars, or planets, okay? So they must use some materials or machines. What would they use, ya Batul, to take a close look at the sky?
The old ones they use is this one. is in the left side. They use it to see. This is called a telescope. They use it so they
this
can
is
see.
a telescope. Scientists,
And
astronomers
nowadays
use a
we
telescope.
This is in 1069, I think.
Okay, it's an old telescope. This was the first telescope that engineers invented. Do you know that engineers consider telescope as technology? Do you know why it's a
What do you
technology?
mean?
Let me tell you about it, girls. It's a technology because it lets you use a tool to see very far objects such as stars, planets, and sky, space. So whenever you want to take a close look to space, you can use a telescope. But let me tell you something about telescope. This technology has developed through years. So look at these two pictures. They are very different from one another. They're not the same at all. Which one is new? Which one is new? The brown
Miss, can I
one?
tell you? Miss, can I tell you I'm Rosanna?
Yes, Rosanna. Is it number one
yellow
or two? Which one is the new?
Number 2.
Excellent. So number one is the old. Number two is the
Miss,
new
I
one.
want to tell you something cool.
Tell me something really cool.
Not like cool, like something good. Actually, do you know you can use a hand lens and you can put it in a box and then you can like watch some stuff and put your phone on your tablet, you can see something big and then you can see something big in the screen just like the cinema.
Yes, that's right. So telescope make things looks bigger. What does it
No,
have?
this not the telescope. This is something else, the hand lens. You can put it.
You mean the projector.
No, not the projector, the hand lens. I'm talking
Hand
about the hand.
lens?
Yeah, you can put it, you can glue it in a box, then you can put your phone on your tablet and you can see it on the wall just like the cinema.
Okay, thank you, Rosanna, for sharing this information. Thank you. Thank you, Rosanna. Okay, who can tell me this telescope have what? Let's see, Lamar Al-Faleh. Lamar Al-Faleh, take a look at this telescope. Lamar Al-Faleh? Lamar Al-Faleh.
Miss, can I be after Lamar?
Look at this telescope, ya Lamar. What does it have? Tell me, what are what objects it's made of? What does it have from? Oh, this is a telescope. What does it have here? Over here. Hmm?
That's just like in glass.
Excellent. It have lenses. This is a lens and over here is another lens. You put your eyes on this one and you see things from this one. This make things look very, very, very big. Okay. Hi, Aline. What did you want to say?
Miss,
Lian,
I wanted to do after Lamar Al-Faleh.
what do you want to do after Lamar?
Yeah, like I wanted to answer after Lamar Al-Faleh.
Okay. All right. I thought you have something to say. So, do you think that telescope stopped on this one? Or they are more developed, Yalin?
What?
Do you think the telescope stopped on this one? This is the last telescope they invented? Or there are more developed things?
There are more.
Okay, if this one make you see far objects, you can only see the shape of these objects. The nowadays telescope, what does it look like? What do you think?
Miss, can I tell you all of them?
I want you to tell me now, what do you think telescopes look like these days?
These telescopes sometimes look like this, and sometimes with the binoculars.
What?
Sometimes it's some days they build it just like this sometimes they make it just like this, and sometimes they make it like the ones that you see.
Oh,
like
okay. You can put it on your hand. Very good. But the one that you put in your hand, they are not very developed as much as this one. Okay. They
but
are
this one
trying.
is not that far.
Do you think in future they will make huge telescope or small one, even smaller? What do you think, guys? Someone else, please. What do you think?
Miss, I want to tell you something.
Thank you. Lynn, you can tell me after the class, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, girls, tell me about telescope. What do you think telescope would look like in future? Are they going to be very big or small?
Miss, I know maybe what.
Yes, I know.
Miss, I know maybe what.
Yes, I know.
I know.
Okay, let's see Batul and then Maryam. You see Batul and then Maryam.
It's gonna be so bigger and huge. And why? Because some of the people is after us. They will learn like us, and they will have the third one. The third one is gonna be, I think, it's gonna be so huge.
Okay, what about you,
Super
Maryam?
huge.
What do you think?
That maybe at future the telescope will be big, and also the eye, they're gonna change it and they are gonna make it bigger and larger so we can see
Okay, thank you, Maryam.
This maybe
I
1
have an
million
idea,
people they
guys.
can
I
see
have
it.
an idea. Can you hear me? Over here, okay, in this space, I want you to draw the future telescope. What do you think the future telescope will look like? After that, I want you to write one thing about your telescope, okay? Write one sentence about telescope. Before doing that, do you know what I'm going to do? I will show you a video about telescopes so you can have more ideas about them, and then I want you to draw and write one sentence about it. Okay, guys? So let's pause recording. All right, girls. This is a telescope. This is a developed telescope. This is not a very old one. It has a very huge lens over here. Why it is a huge lens? It is huge and curved, not straight. See, it is curved. Why? Because it needs to gather so much light from this side. Showing the picture depends on what? On the light it can gather. So it gathers light from space, and all these light goes where? Into this area. What do I have here? What do you think I have here? I have another lens. It works like what? Like a mirror. This lens will reflect the light and the picture to the mirror. Look at the mirror. This is the mirror. When it reflects the light to the mirror will allow you to see from this area. So the main idea is about the telescope is to have a big lens and curved. Why? Because looking into a picture or trying to see far object depends on how much light you have, how much light your telescope can gather. If I have a smaller telescope, do you think this smaller telescope will gather bigger picture or the big telescope will gather bigger picture? Which
Miss,
one?
I know. Can I tell you?
Yes, please tell me.
The bigger.
Excellent, the big telescope. Very good. So definitely the big telescope will show you a bigger picture
Miss,
and a
this is
better
easy.
picture. Now, how about going back to your book and let's try to draw your telescope. If you want to draw a telescope, yeah. Let's see, Rilam. If you want to draw a telescope, what are you going to do? Are you going to use a big lens or a small lens?
Miss, I have
Rilam.
a
Rilam?
A small lens.
A small? Why? Why you're going to use a small lens? We said bigger lens gather many light.
Oh yeah. Bigger.
So I'm going to use a bigger lens and then it is curved. After that,
After that, put like another one, and then those like legs are standing for it. Miss, can we all of us
excellent.
draw a telescope? Miss, I have a question.
Just a minute. After drawing, please. After drawing. Your question, keep it after drawing.
After drawing my it's about the
Yes, you
telescope.
can. Yes, you can show me after drawing. Yes. So over here, let's draw our telescope. It's gonna have, oops, sorry. It's gonna have a huge lens over here and a small one from here. And this is the stand. So if I would write a sentence about my telescope, I would write that my telescope have a huge lens so it can gather so much light and I can see bigger picture. Okay? My telescope would have big lens so it can gather light for a bigger view. All right, so here you go. This is your answer. Please write it down. All right, now let's see. Yes, where's Batul? She wanted to say something. Where's Batul? Okay, you see Miriam and then Batul.
That we already wrote it.
What did you write?
This was 2020. We wrote it before.
Okay, if you did not write, so you can write this one now, okay? Thank you, Miriam. Only if you did not write. Yes, yeah, Batul.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Right now, let me show you our project, what we do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a couple minutes so I can finish it?
Yes, you can.
Miss, I have a question. What you mean with that? There was a like a wood. It was in the telescope, and the light is getting more bigger from the bigger telescope, and the glass is so big. What did you mean? I wasn't.
Okay. If the lens is too big and curved, it can gather so much light. If it's small, it will gather a little bit amount of light. And the much more light you get is the much clear picture you see. All right?
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, girls, that was everything for today. Thank you for participating. Now let's stop recording.